Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about the fundamental research awards that the ISTH offers through the annual Congress meeting. These are awards that are offered to 3 individuals in different categories of hemostasis and thrombosis, as well as non-canonical hemostasis and thrombosis, on abstracts that were submitted by early career members. So individuals in that early career category membership, either associate members or graduate students, postdocs, who have a publication record or a strong record in basic science research. And these grants are really focused on providing a little bit of support that will allow for early career members to move their research forward, to be able to generate key preliminary pieces of data for future publications or grants.
So my research interest is cancer-associated thrombosis and bleeding. And for this particular award, I wanted to determine the roles of S100A10 annexin A to TPA pathway and UPA-UPA pathway contribute to hyperfibrinolysis and bleeding in acute polycythemic leukemia using mouse models I have recently developed.
The goal of the research is to understand more about why there's an epidemiologic association between ABO blood type and risk of bleeding or thrombosis. And we know a little bit about that from the perspective of there are coagulation factors that are modified by the glycan epitopes that define ABO blood groups. But there's some rising evidence that suggests that platelets may also play a role in this association. And so the goal of my grant that I applied for is to understand more about ABO blood group antigen epitopes that are on platelets, and specifically which glycoproteins on platelets carry those ABO blood group antigens, with the idea that by understanding that, we might understand more about the role of platelets of different ABO blood types in mediating bleeding and clotting.
So what I'm doing now is I'm investigating vitamin K-dependent proteins in the context of vascular calcification. And for the grant specifically, I want to look at how the amino acid that is modified, gamma-carboxyglutamic acid, how that interacts with calcium and how that cooperatively binds calcium.
So as a third-year research assistant professor, I'm at the critical stage in developing my independent research project. Fundamental Research Career Development Award provides not only essential funding, but also represents a significant milestone to develop my professional career.
So grants like the ISTH Fundamental Career Development Award are really important for early phase investigators like myself, because oftentimes we need funding that will allow us to generate preliminary data so we can be competitive for larger grants, such as for myself for an NIH R01. And personally, for me, this is allowing me to branch out into a new area and generate some new data that hopefully will set the stage for bigger projects that can be funded by larger grants.
I think these awards are a great starting point for the society to be able to continue to fund basic science research in a way that is good for the society, but also good for early career members.